It's going to be number 1 of 3 videos that we're going to do for this. First thing you're going to have to realize is while we're making this homemade bread, we are making a brioche today. Hi, my name's Dave. Welcome to the show. This is exploringit.com. We're hanging out at home, relaxing, working on some editing. And while we're here, I like to calm down with a nice warm loaf of bread. Here are our ingredients. Subscribe, please. Many love. We got them all on here. What you're going to need to start is 2 3/4 cup flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon of instant yeast, 3 large eggs, 1/4 cup water, cool, and 10 tablespoons of butter, melted. If you have salted butter, get rid of the salt from the 1 1/4 teaspoon salt suggestion. If you have unsalted butter, then leave the salt in there. And we'll look at this stuff as we go by. Let's move it all over here. I'll give you a better shot of what we're doing inside our bowl here. And we're going to up it this way. There we go. All right. This stuff takes a while. So what we're going to do first is combine all our ingredients. After we combine our ingredients, we put it to rest for 1 hour. After that 1 hour, we put it back in the fridge. It says for either a few hours or overnight. And then it takes another hour to let it rise after you're doing this. Rise. Speaking of rise the midnight suns. All right, so we already pre-measured 2 3/4 cups flour. We do 1 tablespoon of instant yeast. And if you like this type of cooking, you can check out my other channel that I did called The Outdoor Kitchen. It was when I was a little bit bigger. And I was getting ready to lose a bunch of weight to try and get on camera and get all ripped. Can't be a superhero unless you got big muscles, right? So I went back to work in the gym. And I went back to being more of a mentally healthy person. However, when I was a little bit bigger, I enjoyed cooking a lot of meats that were roasted on a open smoker. Slow and low cooking. So if you want to check that out, it's called The Outdoor Kitchen. You can search for that. It says 1 guy, 2 grills. It's basically me learning how to do this whole YouTube thing also. So we have 1 tablespoon of instant yeast. These packets are about 2 tablespoons. And what I've got here is a 1/2 tablespoon. You just dump that in there. Oh, never mind. It says 2 1/4 teaspoons. So we're going to have to get another packet out and open it. Still need about 1/4 of that scoop. If you're into cost savings, this is a good way to go. I do it as a hobby. I just love having the smell of a nice homemade bread. Reminds me of a Sunday afternoon coming home, playing hockey all day outside, and smelling the most delicious thing ever as soon as you walk in the doors, knowing that you can actually eat that evening without being yelled at. All right, so we have another one of these. I think these are like $1 at my grocery store. If anybody wants to leave any comments below, please do so. Open this guy back up here a little bit longer. So this first video is going to be all of our ingredients being combined. The second video will be the braiding. I'll show you how to do a cool brioche braid. And the third video will be the end product. I'll pull it out of the oven for you. So we still need about 1/4 of this right here. All right, so that takes care of our yeast. If I have an open packet of yeast like this, all you have to do is fold it back over. and just throw it back in the fridge. We preserve these in the fridge. Usually lasts a little bit longer that way. Let me see what else we have. We have 3 tablespoons of sugar. And please subscribe to the channel, everybody. We usually talk about Marvel all the time. We usually talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Disney, rides, that kind of stuff. I invented a ride out there, and all the cool people of Seminole County helped build it down at Disney. We didn't. I'm not gonna say that. We'll handle the Tron stuff later. Mine was called Guardians of the Galaxy. 3 tablespoons sugar. Cosmic Rewind. And it was a blast riding it on the opening weekend. If you want to know more about that, you can check out the playlist that's on my channel. 3 tablespoons of sugar. All right, so this is a half tablespoon. One and a half. 2 and a half. 3. You need 1 1/4 teaspoons salt. If you watched me cook the wings yesterday, thanks for hanging out with us. If you want to watch me cook some wings, grill some chicken, breasts for the Super Bowl snacks, just search for my Super Bowl snacks video. Here we have 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. Teaspoons. Nah, not tablespoons. This is a tablespoon. This is a half a tablespoon. And there's a full teaspoon. Teaspoons are always way smaller. Remember, teacup, little teeny tiny teacups. If you ever forget that, let's go 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. Like I said, if you have salted butter and you don't want to use the salt in it this way, you can use that as well. Or if you have some type of heart condition that doesn't allow you to have salt, then you cannot use the salt altogether. There's 1. Let's give a 1/4 down here. This little guy right here is the 1/4. Some over the shoulder there. My hands are clean, everybody. I washed them before we started. Subscribe today, please. Thank you, everybody. Did the yeast, did the salt, did the sugar. Now we have to do 3 large eggs, a 1/4 cup of water, which is cool, and then we'll incorporate the butter in a minute. So I'm going to grab the 3 large eggs. Well, troll fail. I'm out of eggs. We'll handle that one in a minute. Let's do the water, and we'll get the eggs in a little bit. We don't necessarily need the eggs. That's more of a different brioche slab. I don't have the time to go to the store right now, so we'll run without the eggs. You can still do the butter. It'll be like a butter bread instead of an eggy bread. Let's do a 1/4 cup water real quick. Let's incorporate all our dry ingredients together real quick. While we're doing that, let me grab the butter too. I'm gonna open our sticks of butter here. 10 tablespoons it is. Pour our water in first. If you have a bread bowl mixer, if you have a mixer, you put the hook attachment on it, spin that thing around for a while. What I'm going to do is use the same water, measuring cup, drop our butter in here. Throw this in the microwave real quick. Just gonna throw that in there for a minute on my setting. Your microwave will probably be different. Let's mix some of this water bowl together here. The eggs are supposed to make a little bit more of a liquid in here. Let me increase the amount of water, and we'll start mixing the butter in too. I'm gonna add just another little quarter cup of water real quick. You can see how there's still a lot of water or a lot of flour in here. We're starting to get a little bit more incorporated. If you had the eggs, it seems like my life lately. Every time I need something from somebody, they give me busted shit like this, and then they expect me to just pull out miracles. So you can't make a brioche bread without eggs. Whoever set this up, thank you for fucking me over. Let's just pour our butter in here, little bits at a time. Apparently now all you're doing is watching a compilation of failures. That's all anybody wants to see. So we want to throw some fails out there. That's just what we'll do. We'll make it a troll account for everybody. Is that what you guys wanted? Thanks for taking my life savings and my kid and fucking him over and like making sure I didn't get to go on set with anybody, everybody. Thanks for always taking the word of my ex-wife and never listening to me. And thanks for allowing my family to get sexually assaulted down at Disney. We really appreciate it. You've done an amazing job of setting me up, assistants. And we'll handle the rest of this offline. I can't even do this. I need some eggs. Y'all have a good day.